Oh hey everyone, you just caught me watching Ultraman Gaia episode 25. Oh boy, this fight is so cool. Man, I wish I could play this out all by myself. Whoa! I love this, but I'm not satisfied. I need more figures to play out every scenario of the show I watch, every fight scene. But lucky for me, I own a collection of these things. Collecting things about stuff you like is fun. What better way to give yourself unreasonable restlessness? That feeling of owning a new piece of merch, gawk at it on its own, then gawking at it together with the rest of its set, then putting them away to dust is amazing. Me personally, I collect Ultra stuff. For starters, I have the Guts Wing 2 replica and the finger puppet of Guts Wing 1. I also have the Ultraman Ultimate Monsters Part 2 Ace Robot. And I have this figure of Alien Hipporito, which I'm not exactly sure where it's from. I also own these 4 finger puppets for some reason, but hey, they're adorable. Here are some of my favorites in my collection, the Shodo figures of Ultraman Tiga and Gaia. These are the closest I'll be right now to having figure-art style figures. I bought these two without Dinah, and I regret so much not getting the complete set. I feel like sealing them away until I do. Speaking of SH figure-arts, I really want to get my hands on one of them one day when I'm not like this. But for now, I find myself getting more value from the vinyls since they're less pricey, so collections are easier to complete. So you see, just because I choose to buy the vinyls over the figure-arts, it doesn't mean I'm broke. It just means I'm a certified smart shopper. But really, who cares about these knickknacks? The soft vinyls are where it's at. Only very recently I found out that these figures were called Sofubies, short for soft vinyl figures. These were my favorite toys as a kid. I did everything with them. I'm making them my family heirloom too. The figures I had as a kid are gone though, and I hate myself for that. The only ones that truly remain from them is my Mebius figure, this mutilated Tiga, and this Survivor. Yes, this is my first Ultra Sofubi that I owned. The only one truly missing is my Gaia version 2 and the Bemstar figure. But enough about the old ones, let's look at what I have now. These are the fruits of my collection for the past years, but just a little disclaimer that I'm just a casual collector. When collecting, I generally prioritize Ultras that I like the most first. I rebought Tiga and Dinah, Gaia, Agur, Cosmos, and Mebius. I like collecting in sets, so I completed Cosmos's series type changes, Dinah's type changes, the Gaia gang, my favorite forms of Mebius, the 6 Ultra Brothers, the superior 8 Ultra Brothers, and the third wheel. Later on I got myself Justice to pair with Cosmos. Then I got Astra, but you can't have Astra without Leo, so I got Leo too. And when I got them, of course I had to get 80. And before I forget, I got Zero and Hunter Knight Tsurugi as well. On the other hand, you can't just have Ultraman in an Ultraman collection, you need the bad guys as well. I've got King Joe, Red King, Baltan, Small Baltan, Ultraman Belial, Twin Tail, and Gun-Q, as well as Windam. And how could I forget these two villainous counterparts? I also crafted my own scenic diorama for my Ultra figures to fight in. It's something that I've always wanted ever since I was a kid, to play with my Ultra figures in an environment that suits them like a real Ultra fight. And I'm really glad that I've managed to make this. What's fun about these soft vinyl figures to me is that you can detach their limbs and pretend Ace just chopped them all off. But oh boy, was putting these back together really tough as a kid. See, when you can put them back easy peasy, that's when you know you've grown into a true man. I still have trouble with the Spark dolls though, so sometimes I just leave them for dead. Wait, what did I say? Spark dolls? No wonder Zeton's tiny. Spark dolls were the new lineup of vinyl figures that came out during the Ultraman Ginga era. That show featured the Spark dolls as their in-show collectible gimmick. These dolls have a life sign on their foot, and I've personally never tried them before, but they work with the Ginga Spark, Victory Lancer, and X-Divisor, and probably more. I personally am not a big fan of this lineup. I have 5. They just don't scale well with the other figures I have, so these just aren't nice to put together in the same room, moreover have them fight each other. And I gotta say the quality of the Spark dolls feels way less apparent. Imagine going into a store to buy some figures only to see their naked unpainted backs. It's like they don't even try as much as they did with the old lineup. And major points docked for not painting Mother of Ultra's Mother Blue bracelet. Here's my Gun Q figure from the Ultra Monster series, and here's the Ultra Monster 500 series Gun Q. Would you really take this guy to bed with you? Overall, I'm really into the anti-spark doll camp and try to spread awareness as much as I can.
There's no paint!
Overall, my younger self would have been extremely happy with this collection already. But if I can, I'd like to hunt for a few more figures before I call it quits. If I can call it quits, that is. Well, happy collecting, and until next time.